Zed Thacker saying, hey man, how do I realize if I'm doing junk volume? Oh, such a good question. So here's the thing is when we are doing sets or exercises, we want to feel like we are seriously sending some sort of a strong stimulus through our muscles. That something is happening. You should get done with every set and you're like, I made something happen there. That was different than the set before. Or holy smokes, my muscles really got hit to a good degree. Like I improved the technique, or oh, that's getting better, or I feel stronger, or what. You should be teaching your muscles how to perform. That's ultimately what training is. When we get into junk volume, that's when we're just doing work for the sake of doing work. Right? We're just, oh, I got two more sets. All right, let's just get through it. And you're just counting them through and you're not really paying attention to technique. And you're just doing it as if it's a chore. That's going to be junk volume. Now, my approach and strategy, again, in grind style calisthenics, is you do the techniques and the exercise to the very best of your ability. Because fundamentally, progression is about doing things better over time. So every set I do, I'm trying to do it better technique, more reps, more weight distribution, better range of motion, better tension control, trying to do it better, right? So that's the focal point that I have when I'm training. Now, if I'm just going through the motions, I'm like, well, I'm doing 100 push-ups. Why? Because it says to do 100 push-ups on my workout log. Chances are that's going to be more of a junk volume thing. And junk volume does not come from doing a lot of volume. You can have junk volume on number one set. If you're just going through the motions, and you're not really focused, and you're not putting a lot into it, it's probably junk volume. And if you've been doing push-ups for the past 10 days, and you're getting down for day 11 and you're like, all right, let's get this over with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're at junk volume already. You've been at junk volume for several days. You want to be doing the exercise with clear intent and purpose. And if you don't do it. I would say just, go and do something else. The other thing too is if you're really getting after your training hard, then there should be a very noticeable like wall that you're hitting where you're doing one-handed pull-ups on the pull-up bar behind me. And after a few sets, you're just like, nope, I got nothing left in the tank. Good, you're done. Because my adaptive training styles that I use don't give prescribed sets that you should do. You do as many as you can do with good technique and intensity and focus. Now, if you're coming after that with a lot, you should burn out relatively soon. It shouldn't be something like, I got 12 sets on pull-ups today. I'm like, dear Lord, why don't you make it harder on yourself? Why don't you put more into the sets, coming after it with more? But if you're really focused, you're getting like 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 sets. And then you should hit a noticeable wall where you're like, wow, things are really starting to tank. Like, okay, good. You're done. At that point, I don't care if the program says do 3 more sets. You're done. And that way you're not eating into your recovery and doing the junk volume.